Dodgeville looking to go 6-0 on the season. And Lancaster looking for their third conference win. And even the record on the season overall, they are 2-3 when it comes to their football this season. And Ayers approaches the football. We're underway. Good kick. Budworth at the 10, drops it and looks for it, picks it up 15 and tripped up and knocked down at about the 20-yard line. He just dropped the kickoff and then got to his feet, and a good effort by Dodgeville to hustle down and trip him up. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Arrows at their own 21-yard line as we get set for action here at 11:55 to play in the first quarter.
Avi Rolowitz, the shoestring tackle.
Arrow offense on the offensive line. Both the center, White and Shulgin, Edge and Sterrett to the offensive line. Mike Johnson, the quarterback, 5'11", 175 at a senior. Cruel, the tight end. Fowler, Pittman, and Langkamp in the backfield. And we'll see some of John Logeman. He's there at split end, and they have 2 split ends, in fact. They'll option to the right side. And Johnson is brought down on the option, keep it to the right side after no gain. So a 2nd and 10 for Lancaster at the 21-yard line. Let's give it the Dodgeville defense. The way they line up here today, it's a 4-4 defense. A lot of teams going to the 44 in high school football with Bothfeld, Perrin, Athey, and Clayton, we were told, across the front. Pitts and Ayers, the outside linebackers. Barnett and Clark on the inside. Hess and Hermits in the corners. DeMuth is the safety. 2nd and 10 for Lancaster for their own 21 for the right hash. Option near side. Johnson trying to get out of that pile again, and a sea of black and white brings him down for no gain once again. So he's trying to bust it to the outside, but Dodgeville not letting him get away at all. Good defense by the Dodgers on the inside. And we'll call it 3rd down and 10 at the 21. And pick a name, RJ. Everybody was there for Dodgeville in that play.
My front line doing a great job of stuffing that up. The first back came through, and Johnson tried to follow him. And, again, no room to run.
So 3rd and 10 for Lancaster for the 21-yard line. Logeman to the near side. Wing back to the near side in an I formation. Pittman and Langkamp. Option near side. Johnson has some room this time. Cuts it up, but is brought down after about a gain of 4 out to the 25-yard line as Brady Pitts is there to make the stop for the Dodgers. And it's a 4th down out to the 25. 4th down and 6. And Lancaster, a very impressive 3-and-out stop by Dodgeville on the first offensive series for Lancaster. Rolowitz and Pitts go deep. They're back at their own 35. There's the kick. It'll be Rolowitz running near side. He's to the 40, and he is brought down after about a 5-yard return to the near side. And Scott Pauls, along with Cargill, make the stop for the Flying Arrows. We'll call it a 1st and 10 for Dodgeville as they have it out to their own 44-yard line. Here's where they'll mark it. At the 10:07 mark of the first quarter, we have no score in this football game. So Dodgeville first time on offense. Aaron Ayers, their quarterback, the senior. With Brady Pitts, tailback. Will Bothfeld in the backfield, their fullback. Lindauer and Hermanson, the split ends. Ian Clark, a tight end, and a big target for Dodgeville, line up to the left side. Receivers right and left in an I formation with the near hash. Spin and give to Pitts. Left side. Looks a running route. Bust to the outside. Almost got away, but is brought down after a pickup of 2 out to about the 46 as Pauls comes up with the secondary to make the stop for Lancaster. We'll call it 2nd down and 8 yards to go.
Just good speed transfer in that corner to the outside. Pauls like he has all season long. Doing a great job coming from that safety spot, coming down there containing the outside run.
Miles and McKelvey the inside. Timmerman and Brandemule the defensive ends. Cooley, Seipel, and Fowler the linebackers. Pauls and Sweet with Shulgin and Leeser. But we do see Knapp in the secondary now again today for Lancaster, so Knapp is at one of the corner spots for Lancaster here tonight. Receivers right and left in I formation from the left hash. Spin, give Pitts. Looks for an avenue on the inside. Puts the head down and gets maybe to about the 49-yard line where Sweet and Cooley make the stop for the Flying Arrows. It's to the 49 to pick up a 3 for a 3rd down and 5 yards to go for Dodgeville. Aaron Ayers maybe has not had the receivers this year, so he certainly had the arm and the touchdown touch. There are times not the best of completion percentage, but boy, what a touch, what a pass he has. The ability to throw that football. Aaron Ayers easily the best throwing quarterback in the Swall. Receivers right and left, offset I, play action pass, but we have movement, and apparently it's going to be a legal procedure on the part of Dodgeville.
One of the mistakes, we've seen some sloppy games early in the season, and both teams trying to have those all ironed out by this point in the season.
Make it a 3rd and 10, and push it back to the 44-yard line. The illegal procedure penalty on the Dodgers. 8:54 to play. First quarter, no score in this game between Lancaster and Dodgeville. Here are the Southwest Wisconsin Athletic League. DeMuth to the left, Lindauer to the near side, and an I formation for Aaron Ayers. From the middle of the field, play action pass, looking right, throwing right, Lindauer incomplete. Ball thrown by him, Knapp and Sweet on the coverage. Pass a little bit long, and it's 4th and 10 for the 44. And RJ, from a 3rd and 5 to a 3rd and 10, that illegal procedure penalty kind of messed things up for the Dodgers.
Yeah, it did. And good defense that time with the Lancaster defensive backfield. Knapp right on that play.
Ayers to kick from his own 31. Logeman back at about his own 20. Clark checks his putter to make sure he's ready. Low snap, bounces to him. They're after him. He got it away. Somehow may have been blocked partially. As the ball goes to the far side of the field, low snap bouncing to Ayers, but he got the punt off. But Lancaster should benefit from great field position. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line at the 8:27 mark of the first quarter. Their second offensive possession of the football game.
It was Nick Cooley who got in there and created some tense moments for the Dodgers.
Well, and the snap didn't help things. That was the issue there. You get a clean snap, you probably get a clean punt, but not in that circumstance. Logeman to the near side. 3 backs on the backfield. The wishbone now lined up in a wingback formation. Langkamp up to the right, and Johnson intercepted the right hash. Option right, and gives it off to Pittman, and he doesn't have a lot of running room. Not a lot of running room for anybody for Lancaster right now in the early going. As the Dodgers make the stop on the inside, and we'll call it no gain in the play for a 2nd and 10.
Dodgeville doing a good job stopping that run inside. We'll see if Lancaster tries to bust to the outside.
Ethy will get credited with the stop for Dodgeville on that play, and a 2nd and 10 with a receiver to the near side. And the straight wishbone. Johnson the pass. Throwing down and out near side. Logan makes the catch. 45. Jukes a man. He's looking for the 50. Jukes another man. Up inside the 50. And down to the 45 for Lancaster. First out of the near sideline. Good gang tackling by Dodgeville as Ayers and Pitts and Barnett come downfield to make the stop on the near side. But Logan with a nice move beat the initial defender and gives Lancaster a 1st and 10 at the Dodgeville 45-yard line.
Good job, too, of covering up that football while in traffic. Had a lot of guys swiping for it.
Defender on the near side, he beat Danny Hess. That was where he beat the tackle on the near side to get free. 15 yards on the pass play. And the first down for Lancaster. Logan to the near side, wide side, the far side of the field, option to the weak side. It's Pittman putting the head down. He's inside the 40 and down to the Dodgeville 36-yard line. DeMuth on the stop up in the secondary for the Dodgers, but Pittman will get marked at the 36. That'll be a pickup of about 9 in the play. 2nd and 1 for Lancaster from the Dodger 36-yard line. Teams have come out oftentimes against this wishbone offense, crowding the line of scrimmage, so I guess I'm not surprised we saw that pass play by Lancaster just a couple of plays ago. Wishbone formation from the left hash, wide side, the far side of the field. They'll option right, give it off to Pittman. He's got the first down. He's inside the 35 and down to the 30-yard line. Barnett's on top of the pile, but Ethy will get credited with the stop of the Dodgers. And it's 1st and 10 Lancaster on a 6-yard gain by Wes Pittman for the to the Dodgeville 30-yard line, the second first down for the Arrows in this football game. Logeman will split wide to the right. Joined out there with the far side by Fowler. It's an eye now for Pittman and Langkamp. Front of left hash. Johnson option right. Gives it off to Pittman again. And Pittman gets up 5 yards down to about the 25-yard line. Barnett makes the stop for the black and white of Dodgeville, but not after a pickup of 5. 2nd and 5 for Lancaster at the Dodgeville 25-yard line.
And the Arrows making the right adjustments. They came in 1-3 and out in their first drive, and now pretty much at will time at the Dodgeville defense.
Black uniforms, the white numerals for Dodgeville. Black helmets, Lancaster white away uniforms, the blue pants and the yellow helmets. Logeman out to the near side, and out there was Fowler now in a slot. Wide side is the far side of the field on a 2nd and 5 of the 25. Johnson under center. Option right, and give it off to Pittman again, and Pittman with another 5 yards, probably 4 yards, will get his way down to about the 21 and appear to be about a yard shy of the first down for Lancaster. 3rd down and 1, it'll make it for Lancaster from the Dodgeville 21-yard line as they hit to the inside of the line and now bring in a whole new group. Looks like they may go short yardage here as Brett Krul comes into the game along with Andrew Knapp. In fact, Timmerman in the backfield. Jacob Timmerman lined up in a blocking back. The handoff left side. Pittman tripped up as he went to the left side. Barnett shot the gap and tripped him up, but Pittman appeared to have it up to get to the 19 for a Lancaster first down. So first and 10 Arrows on a 2-yard gain by Pittman. You go jumbo, but Barnett did a good job of shooting that gap there, didn't he, that time, RJ?
Yeah, he almost had to stop on that time. You got to look where the big man's going and try to shoot in behind him to get the back that's shortly following thereafter.
5:06 to play, first quarter, no score. Logan will split wide to the right, joined by Fowler in a slot. It'll be an I formation with Pittman and Langkamp. On the left hash of the first and 10 for Lancaster for the Dodgeville 19. Option right, Johnson pitched it to the outside to Langkamp, trying to get the corner, but the Dodgers are going to smother him on the far side of the field.
Dodgeville
over there is Bothfeld with a teammate, and the pitch was late in getting out of there. They were right on top of Pittman, but he had to pitch the ball to Johnson, and he got it to Langkamp, but Dodgeville with good lateral pursuit with a loss back to the 22, so they lose 3 for a second out at 13.
Dodgeville played it like they knew what was coming, tackling the quarterback as he pitched, and then right there to tackle the pitch man as they got the ball out there to Langkamp.
Logan out to the near side, Fowler in a slot, the offset eye for the Arrows with the right hash on a second out at 13. Johnson a pass, pressure backside, throwing middle. The play is covered well, and now is that a flag out there?
Yes, it is now, yep.
The ref threw the beanbag first as Krul was in the end zone with coverage in the end zone for the defender from Dodgeville. The beanbag came first, and then he threw the flag. And coverage in the end zone from Tyler Hermanson, and that will be an interference call against Dodgeville, and that's the call by the official.
Interference is called against Dodgeville on that play.
Pass was overthrown. So this will be marked off from the 22, the line of scrimmage with 4:08 to play here for the first quarter. As they mark it off and stop at the 11. It'll be first and 10 for Lancaster from the 11-yard line, and that penalty against Dodgeville, and it'll be the 4th first down for Lancaster this offensive series, which started back at their own 40-yard line. Again, 4:08 to play in the quarter. Logan out to the near side. And a wishbone formation for Lancaster on the right hash. They option right. Johnson pulls it out. He's got the 10, got the 5, stumbles in. Touchdown right side, Mike Johnson. Faked to Pittman, stumbled a little bit, and kept his feet. And Mike Johnson, with an 11-yard touchdown run, has put Lancaster on top by a score of 6-0.
Johnson hesitated a little bit, and they waited a little while on that option to pull that ball out of there. Pulled it out. It looked like he was a little shaky from the start and kind of scampered his way into the end zone. It wasn't pretty, but it results in 6 points.
Johnson to hold for Sweet with the extra point try for Lancaster at the 4:03 mark of the first quarter. The Lancaster leading by a score of 6-0. Ball is down, the kick is up, it's on the way, and the kick is good. 7-0. Lancaster leading Dodgeville with 4:03 to play in the first quarter. We're here at Dodgeville High School with Southwest Wisconsin Athletic League Division I football. You're hearing it here tonight at 97.7 WGLR. And apparently we're going to keep it right here. RJ, an impressive drive of the Flying Arrows.
No doubt. They went 3 and out the first time. They've made their proper adjustments and really held the line of scrimmage against the Dodgers that time. Dodgeville stopped them for a loss once for that 3 yards, and then that got erased from the pass interference in the play thereafter. So Lancaster, good progress. They adjusted well from their first series of plays to the second. We'll see how Dodgeville comes back.
10 plays, 40 yards in the offensive series. It took 4 minutes and 24 seconds for Lancaster to get to the end zone. And the 11-yard touchdown run by Johnson, and Sweet with the extra point. And it is a 6-0 lead, or 7-0 lead for Lancaster. Kickoff to Rolowitz on the far side at the 10, running to the 15. Jukes a couple of guys, and now they're going to stack him up and bring him down at about the 12-yard line. They'll probably mark forward progress to the 14 on the far side of the field, and I guess no surprise to see Scott Pohl downfield. He is always on every play, it seems like, on special teams for this Lancaster team.
Hustles his tail off out there.
First and 10 Dodgers. They'll have it at their own 12-yard line. It is their second offensive possession of the football game at the 3:56 mark of the first quarter. Receiver to the near side and receiver to the far side. Wide side, the near side of the field, the I formation for the Dodgers and quarterback Aaron Ayers. Spin and to give to Pitts. Near side, bust to the outside, looks to get to the 15. He's at the 15, but ripped down at about the 16-yard line. Sweet up for the secondary. Cooley there to clean up. And we'll call it a pickup of about 4 in the play for a second down and 6 yards to go. Mark, the original line of scrimmage was 14. I think it was about the 13, didn't you think? So we'll call it a pickup of 3 for second down and 7. Second and 7. Lindauer will come out to the near side. Clark, the tight end, left. And an I formation for the Dodgers. From the near hash, wide side, far side of the field for Aaron Ayers. Spin, give, Pitts. Left side, looks for an avenue. Wants to cut it back. Has the 20. Maybe knocks shy of that at about the 19. Seipel's in the hole to bring him down. They'll say he's down at the 19 for a pickup of 3 and a third down and 4 for Dodgeville at their own 19-yard line as again they move left to right through this quarter.
Well, but attacked eye that time did Dodgeville with the lead back coming through first and second. Lancaster's defense did a good job of neutralizing them and then got to Pitts before he could pick up anything significant.
DeMuth will split wide to the near side. Clark, the tight end, to the near side as well. An I formation for Dodgeville, middle of the field and a third down. Ayers will head it off, pitch to the near side, wants to bust to the outside, gets to the 20, 21, 22, and that's about it. Cooley's over there to make the tackle with Pauls and Krul. They mark him at the 22, 23. Where do they get? Enough for the first down?
Pretty close. Maybe just short.
Second effort would get Pitts that first down. The referee looking for the far side of the field, and I think he's going to bring the chains on. Yes, he will. So Dodgeville with an early measurement here with 2:26 to play in the first quarter. Our game tonight being brought to you by Gasser True Value Hardware in Lancaster, Boscoville, Hazel Green, Galena, and Maquoketa for the job you do. The Hair Doctors in Lancaster for professional family hair care with a personal touch. Go to the Hair Doctors. Remember, they have tanning too. Stretch the chains. The verdict is first down, Dodgeville. Also, your Napa Auto Parts stores, Point Napa Auto Parts of Mineral Point, and Napa Auto Parts of Dodgeville's North Side, where NASCAR fans get their parts. That's the Napa Auto Parts stores in Dodgeville and Mineral Point. So Dodgeville with a second effort by Pitts gets the first down, first and 10 at the 23-yard line. For Dodgeville, from the near hash, Ayers, spin, give, Pitts, left side, tripped up as he hits the line of scrimmage and brought down. That's Cooley shooting the gap to bring him down. He's the one who tripped him up. And we'll call it a gain of a yard out to the 24 for a second down and 9 for Dodgeville at their own 24-yard line. Now under 2 minutes, a very fast-moving first quarter here at Dodgeville.
Well, unbelievable the way this Lancaster defense has grown up throughout the season. Completely different team on the field, it seems, tonight.
Allowed only 12 points in the second half, RJ. Receivers right and left. From the middle of the field for Aaron Ayers at an I formation on a second and 9. Waits for the snap, and he's going to head off. Back near side, a delay to Pitts, and he's brought down at the 25, into the arms of Timmerman on the near side for Lancaster. Seipel there to help out as well, and Cargill into the play. We'll call it forward progress to the 25 and a third down and 8 for Dodgeville at their own 25-yard line.
They've helped hit the check so far. 7 carries for only 16 yards.
Excuse me, the forward progress is the 30. Should be the 30 at a third and 8. So that previous was the 29 on the spot. At the angle here, and the yard markers on the far side of the field. Receiver to the left. I formation for Dodgeville from the 30 for Ayers. Back to pass, short drop, throwing long, left side way over the head of the intended receiver. It was a short drop, and Ayers got hit immediately as he threw the football as Cargill came in and put pressure on the senior quarterback, and he really had no time. Had a receiver down the left side, but had no time to look for him, did he?
He just had to let it fly because Cargill was in there to put the smackdown on it.
So 4th and 8 from the 30 will force a punt from Aaron Ayers of the Dodgers back at about their own 15. And Logan right in front of us at the Lancaster 39-yard line. 7-0 Lancaster, 52 seconds to play in the quarter. There's a snap, good one this time, and they get the kick away, but now a flag comes out from the side judge before the play was initiated, and someone apparently jumped offside. He's pointing to illegal procedure penalty on Brady Pitts, who has one of the gunners wanted to hustle down the field. becomes a 4th and 13 for Dodgeville, back to their own 25, and they'll kick it again. Ayers back it up to about the 11 now. Rolowitz and Pitts are the gunners for Dodgeville. And Logan now moves up to the 50 for Lancaster. Good snap. They back off to set up a return. A low kick will bounce and roll to about the 50, the 49, and that's where Lancaster will start. 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line with 39 seconds to play in the first quarter. And RJ, when you shorten the field to half a distance for anybody, it's going to be pretty tough. You've got to put your defense on the spot, so the Dodgeville defense needs to respond now to make a stop against Lancaster.
See, they could adjust anything that Lancaster did if Lancaster had their way on that second series.
Receiver to the far side of the field, the wide side, the near side, the wishbone formation for Mike Johnson heading off left side, and apparently it's the fake, and Johnson kept it and ran inside the 50 down to about the 47-yard line. So Johnson ran to the near side of the field after the fake to Pittman and got to about the 47. That is a pickup of about 4 in the play for a 2nd down and 6 for the Flying Arrows into Dodgeville territory. And that'll probably be the last play of the first quarter. First quarter coming to an end here at Dodgeville in Southwest Wisconsin Athletic League Division I football. The score at the end of 1. Lancaster 7, Dodgeville nothing. High school football within tonight. We'll take a break after this 60-second timeout on 97.7 WGLR.
Good luck tonight and all season long to all of our local athletes from Platte River Pigs.
It's a 2nd and 6 for Lancaster for the 47-yard line. An option left side for Mike Johnson, and hang it off to Wes Pittman, who is stacked up at the line of scrimmage after maybe a gain of a yard to about the 45-yard line. They'll say 46, only a gain of a yard for a 3rd down and 5 for Lancaster for the Dodgeville 46. It's a 7-0 lead for Lancaster as we start the second quarter. The Arrows from left to right and Dodgeville from right to left. Lancaster heading toward the north end zone and defending the south end zone, and Dodgeville, of course, vice versa. Logan into the near side, which is the short side of the field, so the wide side, the far side, and the wishbone for the Arrows on a 3rd down and 6 for the 46. Option left, Johnson, handed off to Pittman. Pittman tripped up, and he's going to be pushed down. Tried for second effort, but Dodgeville with good effort defensively on the inside to prevent the second effort. Barnett's on top of the pile. DeMuth in there to help people up. But it was Athey and Ayers who get credited with a stop for the Dodgers. Forward progress goes to the 43. A pickup of 3 at the 4th down and 2, and Lancaster forced into their second punt of the evening. Sweet to kick from his own 46. Rolowitz and Pitts back at about the 10. There's the boot off the side of his foot, spinning to the far side of the field, and the Arrows hustle over to try to make sure it doesn't bounce further back into their territory, and the punt dies at the 37-yard line. A 6-yard punt for Tom Sweet as the ball went off the side of his foot will give Dodgeville great field position. 1st and 10 at the 37 with 10:38 to play. For Dodgeville, it is their 3rd offensive possession of the first half.
It's a beautiful snap. I'll say that about the play.
Right to left for the Dodgers. Receivers right and left. And Bothville, the fullback, up to the near side of the field. Pitts the lone setback for quarterback Aaron Ayers. Will hand it off. Pitts to the near side, looking for an avenue. Cuts it back in. Gets up over the 45 and out to about the 48-yard line. Excuse me, the 40 out to about the 43-yard line. So out to the 43 would be a gain of about 6 or 7. We'll call it a gain of 7 for a 2nd down and 3 for Dodgeville out to the 44-yard line. Again, the yard markers on the far side of the field. You got to look for the white X at the 40. And, of course, the orange 50-yard line. That's the key when you're following things on the field here. Lindauer to the right. DeMuth to the near side. The I formation for the Dodgers on a 2nd down and 3. Ayers, play action pass. Quick drop, throwing near side, and DeMuth can't hold on.
I think he heard footsteps.
Leeser on the coverage along with Sweet. 3rd down and 3 for Dodgeville for their own 44.
Pass was a bit low, but something he probably could have scooped up had he not see somebody coming out of the corner of his eye.
Hermanson back of the game for Dodgeville for the sideline. 9:57, a fast-moving game here tonight at Dodgeville. We're in the second quarter, 7-0 Lancaster. Lindauer to the right, Hermanson to the near side. Boffeld, the fullback, is up at the line of scrimmage at a wing. Ayers under center, will hand it off to Pitts. Left side, bust to the outside, to the 45. First down, looks for the 50s, inside the 50 and spun down to the near side by Seipel. Hull missed the tackle out here with the near side, which would have been right at the sticks, but Pitts with that juke getting by Poles gives Dodgeville a 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line on the 6-yard gain by Pitts. Brady Pitts, the senior tailback for the Dodgers, with Lindauer now split out wide to the right, and DeMuth to the near side. The wide side is the far side of the field. On his 1st and 10 for the midfield stripe. Boffeld goes in motion. Ayers will head it off. Pitts, quick opener. Hits on a 50, 45 to the near side. He's to the 40, 35, and Sweet brings him down from behind, but not before Brady Pitts rips off yardage, getting down to about the 35-yard line of Lancaster. Leaser will also get credited with a stop for the Flying Arrows.
On display the quickness of Brady Pitts. Boy, hit that hole in a hurry, and then did his quick cut out to the left. Give some good yardage for the Dodgeville Dodgers. And setting up that pass, ultimately.
Like Lancaster, liking a weak side or short side run is Dodgeville in an offensive play. Lindauer to the right, Hermanson to the near side. The I formation of a left hash for Aaron Ayers. Back to pass, deep drop, looking, throwing, right side. Lindauer over his head, incomplete. Double coverage from Sweet and Knapp on the far side of the field on Lindauer. And Ayers really didn't have a receiver out there and may have thrown it away on purpose. It's 2nd and 10 for Dodgeville at the Lancaster 35-yard line.
We'll get to see him really be on target tonight.
So 2nd and 10. With 9:08, the clock is stopped here for the second quarter and a 7-0 Lancaster lead.
There's 0 for 4 at this point in the passing game.
Lindauer to the right, DeBooth to the near side. Pitts will be the lone setback with Boffeld, the fullback, up close to the line of scrimmage at a wing. He comes in motion near side. Will head it off again, weak side again to Pitts, and he runs into a couple of tacklers on that left side. Same play before they got to the first down. That's Miles into the stop along with McKelvey. And forward progress will be marked to the 34. And we'll call it a 3rd down and 9 for the Dodgers at Lancaster's 34-yard line. Lindauer to the right, Hermanson to the near side. This time a wing right formation, actually a split backfield for Dodgeville with Boffeld and Pitts. Run to left hash for Ayers. Waits for the snap. Play action pass, rolling out right, pressure on him, throws off balance. Lindauer, he makes the catch. Lindauer with a grab against double coverage as Ayers threw it off balance, and Lindauer with a leaping catch to give Dodgeville a 1st and 10 at the Arrow 15.
He was inside the coverage, and the coverage on both sides of him. He went and got that football, did Lindauer. Good aggressive play with the receiver that time, helping out his quarterback on an off-balance throw.
Third first down of the series, a 15-yard completion for Aaron Ayers' first completion on the night. Lindauer to the right, DeMuth to the left. Boffeld to a fullback up close to the line of scrimmage. He'll go in motion to the right for the left hash for Aaron Ayers. The head off the Pitts. Looks for the avenue, and there is Timmerman to envelop him, and he bring him down after he got inside the 15 and out of the 14-yard line.
Boy, Timmerman brings a load with him, doesn't he?
Jacob Timmerman, 6'5", 300.
Wow.
2nd and 9 for the 14. 7:42 to play in the second quarter. Lindauer right, Hermanson left. Split backfield for Aaron Ayers for the middle of the field. Takes the snap and going to hand it off on the inside to Pitts. Breaking tackles. He's inside the 10 and down to about the 5-yard line.
Good aggressive running, but poor tackling that time by the Flying Arrows.
Counter play as they came back near side with Ayers with a handoff to Pitts. Ayers rolled out left and handed off to Pitts running back right, and he got all the way down to the 5 to give Dodgeville a 3rd down and 1. 3rd and 1 from the 5 for the Dodgers. Ayers to the line of scrimmage. Waits for the snap. Give it off. Pitts, left side, looking for the first down, but stacked up. As he hit that left side, it's going to be a matter of where they mark it as to whether or not he has the first down. McKelvey's into the bottom of the pile there.
He lost a yard, Doug.
So they did not get the first down. It is a 4th down and 2 from the 6 for the Dodgers. And DeMuth will come in with a play from Coach Baranek for Dodgeville. As they're going to go for it here on a 4th and 2 for the Lancaster 6-yard line.
They'll think about it now as they call the timeout.
So the Dodgers will call the timeout, and we'll do the same. A 30-second break. Back after this at 97.7 WGLR.
It's the future, the place where all your hopes live, for your family, for your loved ones, for yourself. If you want to make the most of it, you've got to make plans for it. That's why we offer so many ways to build your future. Loans, complete investment services, and 21st century convenience.
First National Bank of Platteville, with offices in Lancaster and Hazel Green. Member FDIC.
Our game tonight brought to you by Culver's in Dodgeville, home of the Butterburger. Stop it after the game and tell them the score, and you get 10% off your order. Oh, sorry, RJ, it's not free.
Ah, well.
JNC Floor Covering Dodgeville, where flooring is their only business, now has Metro Solidity Vinyl. Looks like ceramic tile with the price and maintenance of vinyl. JNC Floor Covering of Dodgeville. Well, they never tell me what I should say on these ads, do they?
Big play here for Dodgeville, Doug. Do you go to your advertised strength of passing game, or what's gotten you yardage so far on the ground? Stack high formation again.
4th and 2 from the 6 for the Dodgers. 7-0 Lancaster. There's quarterback sneak straight ahead, but a flag came out as the play was initiated. And what's the call? It came from the referee. Illegal procedure against Dodgeville. And I think it was Ayers moving forward. That's what I think. The referee was the one who threw the flag, so it didn't come from a side judge watching a lineman.
Come out here and make the call.
Dead ball, legal procedure, Dodgeville. Back it up 5 to make it a 4th and 7. And push it back to the 11-yard line. So this will change the play call, too. Hermanson will bring it in with the near sideline for the Dodgers. With 6.5 to play in the second quarter and a 7-0 Lancaster lead. So an illegal procedure call against the Dodgers changes the play call. Bothfeld and Athey now the lead back, so a stacked backfield with Ayers under center, Hermanson the lone receiver to the left. They'll hand it off. Pitts, right side, cuts it back, but he's going to be shy of the first down. Got inside the 10 and down to the 7, and that's it. So Dodgeville failing to get the first down on a 4th and 7, and RJ, no doubt about it, that illegal procedure penalty is what unraveled that series.
That's right, their 4th penalty of the day. 30 yards, the penalty is now for Dodgeville, and their penalties have hurt them.
4th offensive possession for Lancaster will start at their own 7-yard line with 6:33 to play here for the first half, and the Arrows leading by a score of 7-0. Quarterback Mike Johnson and the Arrows moving from left to right. He'll duck under center for the left hash, and he'll option left. He'll keep the football, looks to get free of the line of scrimmage, and looks to get forward progress, but running parallel, I don't think he gained much of anything. And we'll call it no gain of the play.
Now they'll move it.
Second and...
I'd say picked up 3.
Okay, he got out to about the 10 or 11-yard line, so a second down, and we'll call it 7 yards to go out to the 10-yard line. I formation again for Lancaster. 2 receivers come to the near side. Johnson option right, give it off to Pittman. Leaps over a tackler and brought down after getting across the 15 to about the 16-yard line. And Pitts will get credited with the stop along with Ayers for the Dodgers. To the 15. Makes it a 3rd down and 3 for Lancaster at the 15-yard line. Receiver goes to the left, and Logovan. Rule the tight end on the right. From the left hash for Lancaster. 3rd and 3 for their own 15-yard line. Johnson under center, optioning to the right. Looks like he runs it up over the 15 and went right up the hole, but he's going to be stopped shy of the first down at about the 17, 16-yard line. Ian Clark into the stop for the Dodgers, along with Sean Whipple. And they did not get the first down, only out to the 16. So a gain of a yard. It's a 4th down and 2 with Lancaster is forced to punt the football. So Dodgeville hoping to get good field position again as Tom Sweet will kick from his own 4-yard line. Time to kick. There's the boot. This one not off the side of his foot. Good and high, and Pitts back to the 44. Running to the near side. Tries to cut in. Breaks a couple of tackles. 50, 45. He's to the 40. Still on his feet. And almost breaking a fourth tackle of Wes Pittman. But Knapp will get credit for the stop. And how about Pitts breaking 2 tackles, RJ, at the 50-yard line to get 15 extra yards on the return and to give Dodgeville the first and 10 at the Lancaster 35-yard line.
And pinballed off his own man, too. What a great job running by Pitts. Straight ahead. Good speed, a hard worker out there on the running.
4th offensive possession for the Dodgers in the half. And they'll work from the left hash mark on a 1st and 10 from Lancaster's 35. Return for the 44, 6 and 15. That was a 21-yard return. Hermanson to the left, Lindauer to the right. Split backfield. Rolwitz is in the backfield now with Bothfeld. And quarterback sneaks straight ahead with Aaron Ayers inside the 35 and down to about the 33.
The ball straight ahead.
Fowler will get credited with the stop for the Flying Arrows. No mark forward progress. To the 32, pickup of 3 for a second down and 7 yards to go. 4:06 to play in the half. Lindauer to the right, Hermanson to the near side. From the 2 for the Dodgers. Ayers under center. Handoff, Bothfeld, left side, looking to leap and getting in the end zone, touchdown left side. A little bit late in the indication, but Bothfeld leaped the defender and got in left side on the 2-yard run, and Dodgeville has made it a 7-6 score.
He took it that far, I let him finish it off.
So Mike Baranek went right back to the play that got him the 30 yards and set him up for the score. Ayers to kick. Lines are down, DeMuth to hold. High snap, brought it down, kick is up, it's on the way, and off the middle point it goes good. Plenty of leg on that one, huh? 3:24 to play in the second quarter. We are tied 7-7. Lancaster and Dodgeville back at 30 seconds. The 97.7 WGLR.
Never buy another furnace or air conditioner again. That's right. Carroll's Plumbing and Heating of Lancaster has an Amana ultra-high efficiency heating and cooling system with an industry-first lifetime unit replacement warranty. If the compressor or heat exchanger fails, Amana will replace the entire unit. Visit Carroll's Plumbing and Heating of Lancaster and never buy another furnace or air conditioner again. Comfort, quality, trust from Carroll's Plumbing and Heating in Lancaster.
Penny's 1 Hour Photo is sponsor here tonight. North Madison Street in Lancaster. Your photo resource for senior pictures to film development and everything in between. That's Penny's 1 Hour Photo with Lancaster. Also, Olson Refrigeration Service in Lancaster, helping you increase your efficiency and lower your costs with DeLaval milking equipment. Olson Refrigeration Service of Lancaster. 3 plays, 35 yards, 125 to do. It was all set up by a 21-yard punt return by Brady Pitts. And a 30-yard run by Bothville down to the 2. He got credited for the 2-yard touchdown run. 3:24 to play in the second quarter. And Dodgeville, with the extra point by Ayers, has tied this game up at 7 apiece. 2 men deep for the Lancaster Flying Arrows, and Ayers to kick from the 40 as they go right to left, and there's the boot. Line drive coming to the middle, and picked up Langkamp at the 5, running middle 10, 15, 20, 25, got an avenue, gets to the 30, and out to the 41-yard line. Langkamp shot the gap, and 1 man away from getting that off for a touchdown, and Austin Ayers will get credited with a touchdown-saving tackle for the Dodgers.
Good blocking up the middle that time. He shot right up through the traffic. The blocking team did their job. And a good field position as a result for Lancaster, their own 41. Yeah.
42.
42.
Okay, call it the 41. First and 10 with 3:17 to play in the quarter. Left to right for Lancaster in a tie game. Receiver left, and option left. Johnson on the handoff goes to Wes Pittman. Hits that left side of the line. And gets up over the 45 and out to about the 46-yard line. We'll call it a pickup of 5 in the play for a second down and 5 yards to go for the Flying Arrows. Under 3 minutes to play in a very fast-moving half here at Dodgeville. Vogelman out to the left. Krul and Fowler out to the, Krul and Langkamp out to the near side. Langkamp more of a wingback right. Now wingback left as well. Johnson jumped up, I think, to call the play, and then we had some movement on the left side of the offensive line, and a legal procedure call against the Arrows will give the 5 yards right back to make it 2nd and 10 and push it back to the 41-yard line.
First penalty against Lancaster tonight.
Johnson popped up apparently to change the play call, and offensive lineman thought he was going to take the snap and head out, and that ended up with a legal procedure. Logeman out to the left, Krul out to the near side, the two wing backs again, and Pittman alone set back. From the left hash mark, the wide side again, the near side of the field. On a 2nd and 10 for the Arrows for their own 41-yard line. Johnson option near side. Pittman takes the ball, spins backwards into the hole. Well, the Dodgers don't let him get a lot. Ethy into the stop. And we will call it a 3rd down and 9 yards to go as he gets out to the 43-yard line. Under 2 minutes now to play in the half. Johnson calling the play in the huddle. They'll come to the line of scrimmage. New receiver split out to the near side. I do believe that's Petrowitz. And now a timeout called by Lancaster. Timeout called at minute 45. We will take this time to tell you about some of our sponsors on our broadcast here today. They include Collins and Hine Plumbing and Heating in Dodgeville, your Carrier dealer. Carrier, they're the inside guys. Call 935-3523. Platte River Pigs, owner Joe and Carla Schwannis and family remind you to support your local pork producers. Pork, the other white meat. What is October, RJ?
October is Pork Month.
You got it. The law office of Craig Day, located on East Maple Street in Lancaster, downtown Lancaster. Call them at 723-7790. And all these Lancaster businesses inviting you to attend the Harvest Festival tomorrow.
Big Harvest Fest Parade tomorrow.
Yep, it's 1:30. The Fun Run Walk starts at 7:30 for the Grand Regional Health Center on the square. So the Harvest Festival, hometown hospitality or something like that, I do believe is the theme.
Usually means that fall is here too.
Yes. Statement of the obvious. 3rd and 9 for the 43. Two wingbacks, receivers right and left. 7-7 game. Johnson to pass. It's the shovel pass to Pittman, but he's brought down. Nice defensive play by Dodgeville's Eric Byrne. As Pittman thought he had running room, but ripped down before he could get away at the 45-yard line after a gain of 2 at the 4th and 7. And the Dodgers have called a timeout to preserve the clock here with a minute 32 to play in the half. Boy, nice play by Byrne. If he doesn't make that stop, Pittman probably got a first down.
The Dodgeville team hasn't been slouches out there, Doug.
Next week for Lancaster, it'll be Cuba City at home in a non-conference game. That's weird to say non-conference when you're saying Cuba City. But it'll be Lancaster and Cuba City at home, and then the Arrows the last week of the season will be at Prairie du Chien. So these are, this game and the Prairie du Chien game, one of the two that Lancaster needs to win to clinch a playoff spot. Rowitz and Pitts will go way back at about the 11. Sweet to kick from his own 33. I think that drop might be a little bit too deep with a minute 32. They're after him. He's kicking to the near sideline. The kick is well short of where they were. Arrows hustling down, and they'll get a friendly bounce and down it at the 20-yard line, and that's where Dodgeville will have it with a 1:21 to play. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. This is their 5th possession of the half, and they have one timeout remaining, because they just called the timeout there. They had called one earlier, so only one timeout for the Dodgers remaining as Aaron Ayers comes to the field.
So they play conservative here, try to avoid a turnover or something at this part of the field. They're going to air this thing out and try to score.
Lindauer to the right, Hermanson to the near side. Pitts and Bothfeld in the backfield. In the middle of the field for quarterback Aaron Ayers. Under center will take the snap, handoff. And up the middle, it's with Bothfeld as he runs up over the 20 and out to about the 22-yard line. Timmerman and Seifel on the stop. Picked up a couple of yards for a 2nd down and 8 yards to go. I think he was trying to get some yardage and a quick hitter there and see if it got something, and that would determine his second play call. With 1:02 now left in the half as DeBooth comes back to the field with the play for the sideline for the Dodgers. DeBooth to the near side. Lindauer to the far side. The I formation for Bosfeld and Pitts from the left hash. Ayers on the handoff. Pitts to the right side. Looks for the 25. Spins out of one tackle. Brought down at the 25-yard line.
Flag down.
That right side, and it was Fowler on the stop. But as R.J. pointed out, a flag down in the middle of the field. It's going to be holding on Dodgeville. They've had some untimely penalties here today.
Very much so.
To the 25, he picked up 3. It's a 3rd and 3 with 37 seconds.
Holding against Dodgeville.
Lancaster will take the penalty. It'll be marked off with a 25. So back we go to a 15 to make it a 2nd down and 15 yards to go. In this circumstance, interested in getting a quarterback with the arm of Aaron Ayers as far away from the end zone as you possibly can. 2nd and 15 for the Dodgers with Lindauer split to the right and Hermanson to the near side. The I again with Bosfeld and Pitts from the left hash. Ayers under center with a snap and quick opener to Bosfeld again, but the Arrows swallow him up. Very little running room as the Aero defense is there to smell that one out. And tackle on the inside by Seipel, and now we have an injured player to maybe Bosfeld.
I say he lost a yard on that one. No, move it back.
So losing back, I'm going to say he got to the line of scrimmage where it's a 3rd and 15 at the 15-yard line. And with 12 seconds left, they attend to the injured player on the field. Their game tonight being brought to you by Millprint Incorporated. Its employees are proud sponsors of our high school sports broadcast throughout the season. Team spirit and dedication of every one of the team. Good luck from Millprint Incorporated. And don't forget, at the end of the game, RJ and I will pick our Tricor Insurance Turning Point, courtesy of Tricor Insurance and Financial Services. Serving the Tri-States at Tricor Insurance. It's all about you. Call 1-877-GO-TRICOR. Next week, you're at Belmont. We have no Lancaster game next week because of the Boscoville forfeit this year. And RJ will be at Belmont with the Miners and the Braves in Six Rivers play. That's always a great matchup, isn't it?
Should be a good matchup. Looking forward to that very much. As is Chad Henneman, anxious to get back out of the studio.
Yeah, how did Chad do the other day? Pretty good.
Had a good time.
You sound like L.D. Rogatis?
Not quite yet. give him a second week.
Or was he doing his best Matt Millen impersonation? You know, I never noticed on Fox that everyone tries to be like Millen.
Trying to get it.
Why does Millen set the bar for commentators? Now everybody wants to be like
Millen. Trying to get a GM job.
Yeah, just like in basketball, everybody wanted to be like Mike. And football commentators on Fox, everybody wants to be like Matt. That's what it seems like. Unfortunately, I don't think a lot of guys have come close to where he was. Of course, he's now a general manager, and who knows, the way the Lions are going, he may be available soon.
That's true.
Injured player again is Bosfeld. We have a timeout. We'll take a quick 30-second break. 30-second timeout at 97.7 WGLR.
Harvest season means farmers will be busy working in the fields. The staff of the Livingston State Banks hope this will be a safe time for all farm families. Fall harvest is a peak time for farm-related injuries. So please take safety precautions in the field, on the road, and in the barn. The Livingston State Bank is a proud supporter of the fine farming traditions in southwest Wisconsin. And they thank you for joining in their 100th anniversary celebration. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Bosfeld, the injured player, walking off the field under his own power, but appears to be a little groggy as Byrne will replace him in the lineup. And now we get a timeout called by Lancaster with 12 seconds left. As obviously a bit of strategy on the part of John Hoke to call the timeout. And to force Dodgeville to run one more play here and feel that maybe they can get Dodgeville to snap off a punt. But you remember, Audrey, earlier in the game, the first punt was a low snap, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
So maybe that's the thinking here. Our game tonight being brought to you by Web King Pump Service of Lancaster, your Gould Pump professional dealer, bringing you the water you need for life. Web King Pump Service of Lancaster. Also Lancaster Auto Body, whether you're had a collision, deer or hail damage, or need some touch-ups, you can trust the professionals at Lancaster Auto Body. PPG certified collision repair center at Lancaster Auto Body. Don't forget, after the game, your calls would be appreciated at 1-800-883-9785 or 348-9785. High school football tonight. And by the way, the Monday before the Tuesday playoff game, we are going to have a special edition of high school football tonight to preview those high school football playoff games.
Sounds like fun.
3rd and 15 for Dodgeville. Lindauer right, Hermanson left. Murn and Pitts down with the backfield to the split backfield for the Dodgers for the left hash. They'll hand it off. Pitts, quick opener, has the 20-25, up to the 30, and brought down at about the 31-yard line. Randeville will get credit for the stop, but he gets the Dodgeville first down out to the 31, and with 6 seconds to play, they can use the arm of Aaron Ayers to maybe throw in long here. So a good hard running by Pitts to pick up 16 yards and a Dodgeville first down on a 3rd and 15. And Dodgeville has burned their last time out, understandably so. We'll do the same, 7-7 score, 6 seconds to play in the quarter. Back after this on WGLR.
Pioneer Motors, we do it all for you.
Looking for a new car or truck? Look no further than Pioneer Motors of Lancaster. At Pioneer Motors, they offer a terrific selection on both new and used vehicles for all of your driving needs. Stop by and see Jeff, Chris, Gene, John, Shane, and Otis today and let them assist you in your next vehicle purchase. The body shop offers free estimates on major auto collision and towing. Whatever it takes, Pioneer Motors wants to deal with you.
So this will be the last play of the first half with 6 seconds left. Lindauer and DeMuth to the right. Ayers will be in the shotgun with Pitts to his right. And a man in the slot, I do believe, in Hermanson. 1st and 10 for the 31. Ayers back to pass. He'll throw it, and the ball bounces, intended for DeMuth at the 40-yard line. And now we get another play. So 2 seconds left. I think they were trying for the old hook and lateral. That's what they were doing. Pass it to DeMuth at a hook, and then he laterals to a guy running by, and the pass was not there. It bounced at his feet, so it's incomplete.
Aaron Ayers 1 of 6 passing in this first half.
Oh, it'll be a 2nd and 10 at the 31. With 2 seconds left, Hermanson out to the near side, Lindauer to the far side, and Pitts at a safety position. They will be taking a knee to end the half. Ayers will take the knee, and we have reached halftime here at Dodgeville. 7-7 your score between Lancaster and Dodgeville in Southwest Wisconsin Athletic League Division I football. High school football on 97.7 WGLR. We'll be back with our halftime programming. We'll do that after a 2.5-minute break. A 2.5-minute break on 97.7. That's WGLR.
Prairie to Sheen, 7-6. Cuba City leading Fenimore 6-0. Points playing Iowa Grant, correct?
Yes, they are. At Iowa Grant.
0-0 the score.
Wow, Platteville score, what was it?
Platteville leading Valley 27-12.
Wow.
Yeah.
Taking care of business at Spring Green. And that Richland Center Prairie du Chien score, I think, would reflect the fact that Prairie du Chien lost their key running back last week. And Bodie being out, we were told he had a knee injury. If, the Hornets, they are a very decent football team, but they seem to get a little bit of adversity. And suddenly they can't seem to kick it into high gear after that. That was the problem last week. I mean, they pushed things around in the second quarter pretty well to their liking. Out of the field, Rowitz to the near side, left to right for Lancaster here in the second half, and right to left for the Dodgers. Sweet to tee it up, and has it there at the 40-yard line. 7-7 your score as we start the second half here at Dodgeville High School. There's the boot, and it's going to be high, and Rowitz will run up on it. At about the 25, running has a head start up over the 35 and out to about the 36-yard line. Good effort by Rowitz, Cargill, and Seipel in on the stop for the Arrows. But Dodgeville with first possession of the second half will have it 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. 11:56, we're underway here in the second half here at Dodgeville in a 7-7 game. Lancaster defense, remember this, has given up only 12 points in the second half so far this year. Lindauer to the right, Hermanson to the near side. Murn is the fullback with Pitts, so no Bosfeld as he's out of the game. Murn came in motion, handoff Pitts, left side, looks for an avenue, stacked up at the line of scrimmage and pushed down. Arrow defense there to meet the challenge as Cargill, along with Seipel, and Tyler Hardy make the stop. We'll call it a gain of a yard for a second down and 9 for Dodgeville at their own 35.
Pitts looked very tentative, searching for a hole on that run.
So Bothfeld not in the game. He is out, but apparently with an injury. Receivers right and left, Lindauer right, DeMuth to the near side. Byrne and Pitts at the backfield at offset eye. Ayers pops out from under center and now apparently changing the play at the line of scrimmage with 11-12 to play here in this third quarter. And now a flag stops the play, and it's going to be delay of game against the Dodgers. So a delay of game penalty against Dodgeville makes it a second down and 14 yards to go and pushes it back to the 30-yard line. Hermanson will bring the play on the near sideline for the Dodgers. On a second and 14 with 11:08 to play here in the third period.
I'm guessing Ayers saw something on that last play, went to change the play, and took a little bit too long to do it.
To the line of scrimmage will come the Dodgers. Lindauer to the right and Hermanson to the near side. The offset eye with Murn and Pitts in the backfield. Run to left hash. Ayers, quick drop, pass right side. Lindauer makes the catch. He's got some running room momentarily. Gets up over the 35 and out to about the 40, maybe the 41-yard line, where Knapp makes the stop on that quick slant to Lindauer. So to the 41 they go. That's a pickup of 11 for a third down and 3 yards to go.
Gain of about 11 yards is going to bring up a third.
Second completion of the game for Ayers, who's now 2 out of 7.
Both passes to Lindauer.
Lindauer right, DeMuth near side, Murn and Pitts wide side, the near side of the field. Ayers under center for the right hash. Murn in motion back near side, taps on Ayers as he goes by. Handoff, Pitts near side, looks to break it. Free, and he does. He's got a 45, breaks another tackle. He's to the 50 and a 49 and a Dodgeville first down. Cooley and Hardy make the stop, but great second effort by Brady Pitts has given Dodgeville a first and 10 at the Lancaster 48-yard line.
Nice run that time. Another
11-yard gain.
Another 11-yard gain.
The ball on the 48.
And that was after a delay of game penalty put him into a second and long. 9:56 to play. A late substitution coming into the lineup now for Dodgeville in the offensive line is they need to get Barnett out of the game. He's limping. They come to the line of scrimmage with Hermanson to the near side and one receiver to the far side. The offset eye for Ayers. Play action pass. Quick near side. Throws Hermanson to the slant. Makes the catch. He is at the 40, now to the 35 and the 33, and Leeser makes the stop where it's going to be a first and 10 for Dodgeville. The coaching staff for Lancaster pleading that Dodgeville had 12 guys in the huddle that time. 15 yards of the slant of the pass, so they picked up 11 and now 15, 26 yards in the last two slant passes, RJ. They've gone to the wide receivers.
That passing game has been well advertised, and now they're showing us a little bit of it.
Lindauer right, DeMuth to the left, Murn and Pitts in the backfield. Murn goes in motion, and they'll head it off. Pitts right side, he's stacked up, breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle, almost got away as he gets to the 25-yard line, where Seipel finally cleaned him up. But it's a second down to the 25, I do believe. Or is that to the 30? At this weird angle here.
It looks like Frogger out there trying to cross the street, going side to side and forward and back.
Second and 7, we'll call it to the 35. They had been at the 38. So second and 7 at the 35-yard line. Receiver to the right, near side as well, play action. Slant, Lindauer makes the catch, tries to break away, but is brought down as he got to the 30, maybe the 29-yard line, and it'll be Knapp credited with the stop. He'll be shy of the first down at the 30 by about 2 yards, so a third and 2 for Dodgeville at Lancaster's 30-yard line. 8:15 to play in the third period in a 7-7 game.
There's now 3 of 3 passing here in the second half after going, like you mentioned, just 1 of 6 in the first half.
DeMuth to the left, Lindauer to the right, Murn and Pitts in the backfield, and an I formation for the right hash. There's buckling up his chin strap under center. Quarterback sneaks straight ahead. And looks like he has more than enough yardage for the first down as he falls forward inside the 30 to about the 27 for a Dodgeville first down. 3 yards of the quarterback sneak for Ayers. Their third first down of this offensive series, which started back at their own 34-yard line. And Dodgeville right now hoping to avoid penalties, which have been their problem at certain circumstances in this football game.
Moving the ball very efficiently in this drive thus far.
Lindauer right, Hermanson left. Working for the right hash mark of the I formation of the first attempt of the Lancaster 27-yard line. Ayers back to pass. Looking, throwing. Hermanson left side incomplete. He had double coverage. Shilton and Sweet on the double coverage at about the 15 as he ran a slant in and slant out. It's a 2nd and 10 for Dodgeville at the Lancaster 27-yard line.
Breaks up a string of 3 straight completions by Ayers.
DeMuth brings into play for the near sideline for the Dodgers with 7.5 to play in the third quarter. The clock is stopped. Doug Wagon, R.J. Osterhaus with you tonight. 97.7 WGLR. Lindauer to the right, DeMuth to the left. Byrne and Pitts will come out in a split backfield and a 2nd and 10. Arrows showing a blitz on the corner. There they come. It'll be handoff. Quick opener. Pitts, but he's brought down. In the gap, do believe that was McKelvey. McKelvey makes the stop and reached up and brought down Pitts for a loss of yardage to the 28 worth of 3rd down and 11 yards to go. Pitts had running room. McKelvey doesn't make the stop.
A heck of a play by McKelvey that time.
2 receivers right, 2 to the near side. So a 4-receiver set, shotgun for Ayers, and Pitts to his left out of the right hash at a 3rd and long. Snap is back, throws middle. Hermanson hit by Sweet, incomplete. The pass broken up with the timing by Sweet. Intended over the middle for Hermanson. It's an incomplete pass and a 4th and 11 for the 28. And let's see if they try a field goal with Ayers or they're going to go for it on 4th and 11.
Well, great timing by Sweet that time, hitting his man just as the ball got there.
Well, he's got the wind at his back. Don't know, the flag is limp here now. So the wind has apparently died down noticeably as the game has moved on. It is 4th and 11 for the 28, and they're going for it. 2 receivers to the right, Lindauer and Kalish, and 2 to the near side, and DeMuth and Hermanson. Shotgun for Ayers at a 3rd and 11. High snap, it's off his shoulder pads. It's bouncing free. Who wants the football? And Lancaster has it at the 41-yard line, and I think it's Miles with a recovery for the Arrows. The ball bounced on the shotgun snap off Ayers' chest, bounced high into the air, and Lancaster with a recovery will have it 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line with 6:46 to play in the third quarter in a 7-7 game.
About the 3rd snap that's bordered on high. That one way too high. There were a couple more before that Ayers had brought down. Did a good job of handling. That one out of his reach, though.
Zero offense to the field. Working left to right here for the second half. They'll have it for the left hash. They'll come out with 2 receivers near side. Johnson option to Pittman. Had an avenue, but was chipped up as he got across the line of scrimmage, and Ayers will get credit for the stop. Forward progress will be out to the 45. A pickup of 4 for a 2nd down and 6 yards to go for Lancaster as they work for their own 41 and out to the 45 of the 4-yard gain. 6:25 to play in the third. Lancaster scored first of their 2nd possession. Dodgeville came back, though, on their 4th possession after a 30-yard run by Bothville, who, by the way, has not been in the game here for the second half. Langcap and Logan on the near side. The I formation for quarterback Mike Johnson. Option, left side, Johnson. Handed off, Pittman, and he is stacked up. Hit that left side, and Dodgeville smelled it out nicely. Athey, who's been in the bottom of the pile a lot of those plays on the inside. Ian Clark will also get credited for the stop. They gave him the 46 for a 3rd down and 5 yards to go. Johnson calls the play. They come to the near side with Logeman. Langcamp, the wingback near side. And the I formation for the left hash at a 3rd down and 5 from their own 46. Johnson calling the play. Will duck under center. Wait for the snap. Option, near side. Give it off. Pittman, he is stacked up, tried to cut it back in, but Dodgeville pushed him down to the turf and wouldn't let him get away. Again, it's Athey and Clark into the inside. Maybe a gain of 2 to the 48. 4th down and 3. And Lancaster on a 3 and out will probably have to kick it away here unless they're going to go for it. Well, they're showing they're going to go for it.
You'd like to make Dodgeville pay for that mistake.
Well, you know what they're going to try to do here. Drop on
that hard count, yep.
Yep, hard count. If the stadium doesn't know it's a hard count, they've been hiding under a rock. And they jumped into the neutral zone. Oh, my word. Just about everybody in the ballpark knew it was going to be the hard count.
Sean Werple did not.
And Werple goes into the neutral zone, and you know how the Federation doesn't like that.
The Dodgers will give the first down to the Arrows.
It's a 1st and 10 for Lancaster with a 5-yard penalty that puts it across the midfield stripe to the Dodgeville 47.
50 yards in penalties now for Dodgeville, and most of them costly.
1st and 10. Johnson under center. Option left side. Pulls it out, and he's trying to run, and he's brought down. Ayers there to make the stop. He pulled it out from Pittman and ran to the left, and maybe got a couple of yards to the 45 for a 2nd down and 8 yards to go.
Give him about a yard.
So Johnson tried to yank it quick from Pittman on an option keeper, but Ayers was quick to react and bring him down.
See Johnson getting more bold in doing that as the season goes on.
4:07 to play in the 3rd quarter, a 7-7 game. 2 men to the near side, and Fowler and Logeman. Langkamp and Pittman in the backfield. Now Langkamp in motion to the far side of the field. Johnson the pass, looking, throwing middle. Wide open is Cruel. He's to the 25, to the 20, inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line. Ayers makes the touchdown-saving tackle, but Brett Cruel, the tight end, has given Lancaster a 1st and 10 at the Dodgeville 23-yard line.
They pick up that time and play wide open out there, too. Nice pass by Johnson on that. Hit his receiver right in the numbers.
22 yards and an arrow 1st down to the 23 with 3:48 to play in the 3rd. Logeman out. That means Knapp will more than likely be into the game unless they run a double tight end. That's what they're doing, the double tight end for the Arrows. And the wishbone formation on a 1st and 10 for the Dodgeville 23. Johnson, option right, and handed it off to Pittman, and he is stacked up after a couple of yards. Clark into the play along with Werple. And Athey again in the play for the Dodgers. To the 20, 2nd and 7, I'll call it 21, 2nd and 8 at the Dodgeville 21. 3:14 to play in the 3rd in a 7-7 game. Again, double tight end for Lancaster. And the wishbone formation for quarterback Mike Johnson. On the left hash mark, man in motion near side, option right. And again, they give to Pittman, and Pittman is stacked up after minimal gain. Inside the 20 and down to about the 19. Athey and Barnett will get credit for the stop. 3rd down and 7. He gets 2 to the Dodgeville 19-yard line. Well, the Arrows have gone to the double tight end package here with Scullion and Cruel, so we'll see what the call is here on a 3rd and long. Unbalanced line, only guard and tackle left side of the wishbone to the middle of the field at a 3rd down and 8. Johnson under center, option left, give it off to Pittman, left side. Has some pretty good running room this time as he gets inside the 15 and down to the 13 and is awfully close to a Lancaster 1st down. Depends on the spot. He is going to be shy of the 1st down at the 14-yard line, where it's 4th down and 2 at the 14 for Lancaster, and obviously 4-down territory. Could they go hard count again?
I just go straight play this time.
2:01 to play in the quarter. Again, double tight end. Unbalanced line, only a guard and a tackle to the left, the wishbone. Johnson under center, a 3rd and 2. Option left, Johnson keeping it and smothered and doesn't have the 1st down.
Andrew Clayton stayed home, Doug, and did his job.
Andrew Clayton, the hero, that play, as Johnson went to the left, thought everybody would think that Pittman had the ball, and Johnson went left, tried to run around left side, but instead Clayton was there with his arms, and the ball goes over on downs to Dodgeville. So that'll make it a 1st and 10 Dodgers at their own 15 with 1:44 to play in the 3rd period. Their 2nd offensive possession of the quarter, of the half, I should say. Ayers to go under center with a split backfield and 2 receivers. Ayers, quick opener, Pitts, and a flag comes out at the end of the play. Actually, they do believe that was Murn on the carry.
That was Murn.
Murn on the carry as he got up over the 15 out to about the 19-yard line, but it's going to be a penalty on the Flying Arrows. Five-yard face mask. Yep, 5-yard face mask. Tack it on to the carry. Put it across the 20 out to the 24.
5-yard penalty will bring up 2nd and
1 out to the 24-yard line. So you get the carry by Murn. And then the 5-yard face mask penalty for a 2nd and 1. Receivers right and left. Mern, a slot man up to the line of scrimmage. Pitts alone setback. There's quick pass over the middle looking for DeMuth in traffic. Everybody there, and the ball whizzing by and behind him. Incomplete. To make it a 3rd and 1 at the 24. And Lancaster had saw a daily dose of slants in that last offensive series, and RJ, they were jumping the pattern that time.
Yeah, that Jacob Truman leading a charge inside, too. Big body to account for if you're an offensive lineman.
So a 3rd and 1 for Dodgeville for their own 24, the minute 28 to play in the 3rd. Hermanson brought the play in. Lindauer right, Hermanson left. The eye with Mern and Pitts. There's quarterback sneak straight ahead. And it got stacked up on the inside. It depends on the spot here. Here's apparently is short of the first down. What are they going to mark it here? Yep. 4th down, did not get it. Excuse me, 3rd down. 3rd down and 1.
It's 3rd and 1 for the Dodgers.
I jumped ahead of down because of the penalty, didn't I? All right, so now it's 3rd and 1 at the 24. So 3rd and 1. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Ayers under center will pitch near side. Pitts looking for running room, cuts it back, looks for the line of scrimmage, and falls through to the 25. It depends on the spot. They're going to give him the 25, and that would be a Dodgeville first down if he got to the 25.
Kind of a generous spot, I think. You got a generous spot, Doug.
1st and 10, Dodgeville, as Pitts just gets the first down to keep the drive going for Dodgeville with 51 seconds to play. Dodgers, and it'll be Lindauer splitting to the right. Pitts the lone setback, Burns the blocking fullback. Ayers under center, will give to Pitts, right side, looks to bust outside, cut it back in, runs into Jesse Brandemule and a host of arrows as he gets over the 25 and out to about the 26. Pickup of 1 for a 2nd down and 9 for Dodgeville at the 26, with now 19 seconds to play here in this 3rd quarter. Still 7-7 between Lancaster and Dodgeville. And that'll probably be the last play of the 3rd quarter. The score at the end of 3 between Lancaster and Dodgeville, 7-7 in the Southwest Wisconsin Athletic League Division I game. The 4th quarter from Dodgeville High School after this timeout on 97.7 WGLR.
Hi, this is Sue Walter with Mound City Bank. Get a jump start on your fall projects today with Mound City Bank's home equity loan program. With great rates and flexible terms, getting the money you need for that.
Dodgeville. Nice location out there across from the Shell truck stop just outside of Dodgeville. Dodgeville's kind of growing out that way. You notice that?
Yes, I have.
Yep. Slowly but surely. Web King Pump Service is sponsored tonight for Lancaster. Your Gould Pump Professional dealer, bringing you the water you need for life. That's Web King Pump Service of Lancaster. Dodgeville with a 2nd and 9 with the 26th, and now moving left to right. Lancaster from right to left as we start the 4th quarter with a 7-7 game. Receivers right and left for Aaron Ayers. Back to pass, looking, throwing long, far side. DeMuth, the receiver out there, one-on-one coverage off his hands, but a flag comes out at the end of the play. They're going to call the Arrows for interference. Sweet on the coverage, it went off his hand. It'll be a 15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage, not a spot foul. So this would mark it for the 26 and put it out to the 41 to give Dodgeville a 1st and 10.
I say he leaned into the receiver a little bit early that time. Softly close.
That is the 2nd penalty on Lancaster in this offensive series. They had a face mask penalty on 1st down that tacked on an extra 5 yards for Dodgeville on that play. And now a 15-yarder on the interference call against the Arrows. So it's 20 yards that Dodgeville has in penalties in this offensive series. 11:55 to play in the game. 7-7 Dodgeville. 7-7 game between Dodgeville and Lancaster. It is a 1st and 10 Dodgers to their own 41-yard line. Receivers right and left. Ayers under center. He'll hand it off. Left side Pitts looks to cut it back, and the Arrows wrap him up this time for no gain. Cooley for Lancaster into the play, along with Cargill. No gain. 2nd and 10 Dodgers at their own 41-yard line.
Note on that Platteville game. Platteville still winning with 27-12, but not even at the half yet.
Wow.
A lot of scoring.
Receivers right and left for Aaron Ayers of the Dodgers. Hits the lone setback. Mern the blocking back. Ayers, quick drop, looking, throwing, near side. And the pass apparently deflected at the line of scrimmage and incomplete.
Josh Cargill got a hand on that one, Doug. Got that paw up there and knocked it.
And the arrow's in Seipel trying for an interception, but the ball hit the ground for a 3rd and 10 at the 41-yard line. Well, I came out here looking for DeBooth, so they looking for the football, and it was up in the air after Cargill batted it high.
After completing 3 straight passes to start this half, now 0 for his last 4 is Aaron Ayers.
Ayers will call the play as Lindauer brought it for the sideline with 11:15 to play here in the game at a 7-7 game. Hermanson left, Lindauer near side. Again, Will Bofeld out of the game here in the second half for Dodgeville after being injured in the second quarter. Arrows showing a blitz. Here they come. Ayers to pass, looking, throwing, near side, the pass caught. Lindauer breaks the tackle, 50, 45, down the sideline. He's to the 35, to the 30, 25 to the 20, breaks the tackle, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Dodgeville. Touchdown Lindauer. On a simple down-and-out pattern from Ayers to Lindauer, and it was all Lindauer after making the catch. That's what you call yards after the catch.
59-yard touchdown, Doug, and boy, he put a move on Chilton down the sideline, didn't he?
So Ayers to Lindauer puts Dodgeville in the lead for the first time of the game at 13-7 with 11:03 to play. And Ayers with a very important extra point for Dodgeville with DeBooth to hold. Ball down, kick is up, it's on the way, and the kick is good. 14-7, Dodgeville with the lead on Lancaster with 11:03 to play. High school football with you tonight on 97.7 WGLR.
Pioneer Motors, we do it all for you.
Looking for a new car or truck? Look no further than Pioneer Motors of Lancaster. At Pioneer Motors, they offer a terrific selection on both new and used vehicles for all of your driving needs. Stop by and see Jeff, Chris, Gene, John, Shane, and Otis today and let them assist you in your next vehicle purchase. The body shop offers free estimates on major auto collision and towing. Whatever it takes, Pioneer Motors wants to deal with you.
8 plays, 85 yards for Dodgeville in an offensive series, which is capped off with a 59-yard touchdown pass from Ayers to Lindauer. 5 of it on the completion. And the remaining 54 on the yards after the catch by Lindauer. He hesitated a little bit at the 20. I was trying to figure out what he was doing. Just run by the guy.
Stutter step.
Yeah, but I really don't think he needed to do that. He had enough speed to blow right past him, and he did that for the touchdown for the Dodgers, with Ayers on the extra point, who now leads 14-7 with 11:03 to play in the game.
Broke a nice tackle just at the catch, too.
Langkamp and Budworth now deep for Lancaster at about the 7. There's the boot. High to the near side of the field. Budworth will field 15, 20, and tripped up by Athey at about the 21-yard line, and Budworth fell forward. We'll have Lancaster a 1st and 10 at about the 26-yard line. So Lancaster down for the first time in this game with 10:59 to play. This is just their 3rd offensive possession of the second half. So the Dodgeville defense, by the way, that is just the first touchdown given up by Lancaster in the only the 3rd touchdown given up by Lancaster in the second half this year. On that touchdown by Lindauer. 2 receiver set. Johnson option right. Johnson will keep it, runs into traffic, and is brought down. Trying to get across the line of scrimmage, but underneath the bottom of the pile is Ian Clark to bring him down for literally no gain on the play. And a 2nd and 10 to the 26. And RJ, they're not getting any chance to option to the outside at all, are they?
Dodgeville is all over that defensively.
Logan to the near side. They'll play press coverage to the line of scrimmage with a wishbone formation for the middle field for quarterback Mike Johnson. Going to pass. Logan, the near side, makes the catch. Tries to beat a tackle, but this time they bring him down. Pass to the near side of the field. It's Hess on the tackle. As forward progress will be marked across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5 for a 3rd down and 5 for Lancaster at their own 31-yard line. Now down 14-7 with 10:01 to play in this game.
Johnson 3 of 3 passing in the ball game. That's the second reception by Logeman this time for 5 yards, giving him 30.
Logeman out to the right, 3 backs to the backfield at a 3rd and 5 for quarterback Mike Johnson. And now adjust the backfield into the straight wishbone from the left hash mark. Johnson option right. Johnson will give it off to Pittman. Jumps across the 35 to the 36, but apparently shy of the first down. As Perrin makes the stop.
They give him just 3.
So a 4th down, and it'll be 2 yards to go at the 35-yard line, and the Arrows coming to the field, going to go for it. Gee, I wonder if they're going to hold frozen again, huh? 4th and 2 for the 35. Logeman to the right, the wishbone formation for Lancaster for their own 35. Johnson under center will now pop back up. The Dodger coaching staff screaming at the defenders, don't jump into the neutral zone. Johnson going back under center with 8:53 to play in the game. Still calling the signal, and now a delay of game will be called. And this time Dodgeville was disciplined enough not to jump offside.
Not getting beat the same way twice, and the coaching staff going to make sure of that.
So a delay of game penalty makes it a 4th and 7. And pushes it back to the 30, and Tom Sweet will kick from his own 21-yard line. Actually, the own 18. There's the kick, spiraling, far side of the field away for the return man. Good bounce. Inside the 30, inside the 25, and down to the 20-yard line. And that's where Dodgeville will start. 1st and 10 to their own 20-yard line. 8:37 to play in the game. And a 14-7 lead for Dodgeville. This will be their 3rd offensive possession of the second half.
Well, for Dodgers there, what you order up is a nice sustained drive, chew a lot of clock, and cap it off with a score.
So I can imagine Lancaster will get a daily dose of Brady Pitts here.
It would stand to reason.
Bothfeld, of course, has been out, and Eric Byrne will have the role of being the blocking back. Here in this drive for Dodgeville, or possession for Dodgeville, which starts at their own 20-yard line. 2 receivers, Hermanson to the left and Lindau to the near side. Quarterback sneaks straight ahead. Air is breaking a tackle and gets up over the line of scrimmage, which was the 30 out to about the 35-yard line. For a pickup of 5 and a quarterback sneak for a 2nd down and 5 yards to go.
20 to the 25.
Excuse me. All right, you're right. All right, 2nd and 5 at the 25. You're right. Looking at the wrong drive here, pal. So with 8:09 to play, Dodgeville getting 5 yards on a quarterback sneak. Lindauer to the near side. To move to the far side. Split backfield with Pitts and Mern. And it's there. It's looked like he was trying to run an option, but nothing there, and he cut it back up and got smothered before he could get back to the line of scrimmage. Shiljan in the hole to make the stop, and they'll mark him back a yard shy of the line of scrimmage, and they'll make a 3rd down and 5, and now they actually put it back in the line of scrimmage, so it's 3rd and 5 at the 25-yard line, and that option was not there.
Looks like Timmerman beat his block so badly that he was back in the backfield and tied that thing up.
So 3rd and 5 at the 25 for the Dodgeville Dodgers, with 7:24 to play in the game, and a 14-7 lead for Dodgeville. Receivers right and left for quarterback Aaron Ayers in split backfield. He'll roll out near side. Same play. Pitts to the option near side. 25 beats the man. 30, 35, and has the Dodgeville 1st down. Same play on the ISO option back to the near side. Pauls makes the stop, but Dodgeville on a 3rd and 5 picks up a huge 1st down.
That'll put Brady Pitts over 100 yards rushing for the ball game. Picks up 13, 12.
Forward progress to the 37. A 12-yard gain and a Dodgeville 1st down.
102 yards on 23 carries for Brady Pitts.
DeMuth to the left, Lindauer to the near side. Byrne, the blocking back up to the line of scrimmage, tight to the near side of the field on a 1st and 10. And we had the man on the near side moving. And that is going to be a legal procedure call on the Dodgers to make it a 1st and 15 and push it back to the 32 with 6:50 to play in the game.
8 penalties, 55 yards against Dodgeville so far.
for Dodgeville.
The majority of those coming at very inopportune times for the Dodgers.
Well, makes it first in double digits. Let's see how they handle that. Hermanson and Lindauer. Now Lindauer is going to split out to the near. Actually lined up as a tight end right with two receivers to the left. Ayers is under center. He'll pitch to Pitts. Left side. Looks to the outside. Gets once the corner. Now cuts it back. Runs into a sea of white and is brought down after a couple of yards.
If they got a yard or not.
Line of scrimmage of the play was the 32. They're going to say to the 33. So it gave him a gain of a yard for a second down and 14 yards to go. 6:10 to play in the game and a 14-7 Dodgeville lead. Took the lead on a 59-yard pass play from Ayers to Lindauer.
Playing with that urgency of keeping that undefeated season going, too, for Dodgeville. It's something they're playing for.
Lindauer to the near side. To move to the far side of the field. They'll go with split backfield for the left hash for quarterback Aaron Ayers. And he'll option near side Pitts. He's got running room. Looks to beat a man. Gets to the outside. He's got the 35 to the 40. 45 to the 47. And close to a Dodgeville first down where Shilton makes the stop. It depends on the mark of the football on the near sideline. And if he's right at the 47, he'll have a Dodgeville first down. They may have to measure and bring the chains in for the far side of the field. First down. He's not even going to bring in the chains. So first and 10 Dodgeville on that weak side option. It's a counter option, RJ. Actually, not weak side. It's just to the near side of the field where Ayers spins and then options with Pitts, and they get a one-on-one situation with the D-back, and that's pretty good with a guy like Pitts.
Really took advantage of the wide side of the field, too. Kept stretching that play toward the sideline.
14-yard run for Pitts. Lindauer near side. Receiver far side as well, which is the wide side of the field. Mern goes in motion. Will hand it off. Pitts left side, looks for an avenue, and he's at the 50, and Shilton hits and drops him at the midfield stripe after a pickup of 3. Second down and 7 for the Dodgers at the 50-yard line, but they're chewing clock.
Exactly. Tick, 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 tick. That's the important sound.
8:37 is when they touch the ball. There is now 5 minutes left in the game. Well, they have almost chewed 4 minutes off the clock here in the game as Lancaster trails 14-7. DeMuth to the left, Lindauer to the near side. Mern the blocking back up tight to the line of scrimmage to the left, and Pitts the lone setback on a second down. Mike Baranek motioning to Ayers, who now quarterback sneaking inside the 50 down to the 48. He's obviously telling him when he should go ahead with the play for the near sideline to chew as much clock as possible. They'll give him the 47, a pickup of 3 for a third down and 4 yards to go for the Dodgers.
Watching the rest of the backs on that play, Doug, it looks like one of those plays where the quarterback goes on the goose, taps the center, give it to me now.
3rd and 4 from the 47. 4:08 to play. Hermanson left, Lindauer near side. Wide side, far side of the field of the Dodgers. Mern in motion. Handed off Pitts. Near side, breaks one tackle, but is wrapped up after he got about a gain of a yard on the near side. Bounced off Brandeville, but Shilton wrapped him up along with Seipel after a gain of about a yard to make it a third down and 4 yards to go. We'll say no gain, so 3rd and 4 at the 47.
They've got 4th down on the marker, Doug.
I'm sorry, 4th down here, right? So 4th down for the Dodgers, and they're just going to chew clock before they decide what to do, and I can imagine they call the timeout here with 3:23 remaining as Aaron Ayers goes to the referee, and that's what they will do. They will call the timeout, and we will keep it here until your game tonight is being brought to you by Lancaster Auto Body. Whether you have had a collision, deer or hail damage, or need some touch-ups, you can trust the professionals at Lancaster Auto Body. They're PPG certified collision repair center, Lancaster Auto Body, where we meet by accident. I do believe is what they say constantly, don't they?
That's the truth, yep.
Game tonight also being brought to you by Olson Refrigeration. Olson Refrigeration Service of Lancaster, helping you increase your efficiency and lower your costs with the DeLaval milking equipment. That's Olson Refrigeration Service. Platte River Pigs, owners Joe and Carla Schwannis and family remind you to support your local pork producers, pork and the other white meat. The law office of Craig Day, located on East Maple Street in downtown Lancaster. Call 723-7790. And Penny's 1 hour photo of Lancaster. They're on North Madison Street, Your photo resource for senior pictures to film development and everything in between. That's Penny's 1 hour photo of Lancaster. 4th and 5. Ayers to kick from his own 40. Logeman back at about the 19. No wind. We had a wind to start the game, but no wind now here at Dodgeville. Low snap, bounce to Ayers. Pauls runs into him. The flag is out. Logeman signals fair catch, and they run into him.
Flag down there, too.
So it'll be fair catch interference against Dodgeville. Pauls ran into the kicker. So it's going to be a penalty on both sides. And by my account, that would be offset and you do the play over.
I think you're right. I could be wrong, but I think you're right. That's what I was thinking.
Logeman at the 20 was run into by one of the men hustling down for the Dodgers. Pauls tried to block it and ran into Ayers. Referee coming back. Line of scrimmage was the 47 of Lancaster. It was running into the kicker. Interference. Offset. Do the down over. So it'll be 4th down and 5 for the 47-yard line. To be honest with you, the guy running into the kicker saved Lancaster. That was running into the kicker. He didn't show personal foul roughing the kicker, did he?
Oh, he went running into the kicker.
They still would have had a first down because they would have got 5 yards. Ayers to back up now to his 37. Logeman now at the 21. Remember the snap was low last time. It bounced to him. Low snap again. He gets it off. Line drive kick away from Logeman. Logeman looking for it, got away from it. Down the field is Rowitz claiming that Logeman touched it, but the referee saying no, he did not. But Rowitz downed it inside the 10 and at the 9-yard line. And that's where Lancaster will have it. First and 10 of their own 9. 2:57 to play in the game. They are down 14-7 in this football game.
Rowitz lobbying for that call from his point of view, coming straight on. Probably did look like Logeman. He didn't come very close to it, but decided to let it go at the last second.
So Dodgeville trying to go to 6-0. Lancaster trying to get their 3rd conference win. Needing to go 91 yards with a football to tie this game. 2 receivers will come to the near side. A wing back right in Langkamp, so Pippin alone setback. 2 men in motion to the outside. Flag will come out because you can't have 2 guys in motion. Johnson will pass to the far side of the field. It goes off the hands of the intended receiver, Logeman, on the far side of the field at about the 25-yard line. It's going to be a legal procedure or a legal shift against the Arrows and a half the distance penalty against the Flying Arrows. Well, I saw one guy go in motion for the slot to the near side, then the other guy went in motion. I said, well, are we in Canada? But that's not the case. They mark off the penalty yet? I think they declined it.
They declined it.
Yep. So make it a 2nd and 10 at the 9 as Dodgeville would rather take the down. 2:52 to play.
Johnson's first incompletion of the ball game.
2 receivers to the near side. I formation for Lancaster at a 2nd and 10. Dodgeville caught in line of scrimmage. Johnson to pass. Looking, throwing, near side. Flag comes out. Intended to the near side. As Logeman was deep, but intended over here for Budworth. It's an incomplete pass, and it should be a 3rd and 10 unless the penalty flag is holding, and it is against Lancaster. But again, Dodgeville has shown a tendency here not to take the penalty and take the down, just to chew the clock, and with a better chance to get the football back. But they're going to take this penalty.
The coach motion now to take it back.
Now they have decided to take the penalty. This will make it a 2nd down and put it down to the 2-yard line. So 2nd and 17 from the 2. With 2:47 to play. Down 14-7 in this football game. 2 receivers, Budworth and Logeman to the near side. The eye for Lancaster and quarterback Mike Johnson from his own 2. Option right. Johnson to Pittman, who will get out to the 5. Herron in the stop, along with Werple. pickup of 3 to make it a 3rd down and 14 yards to go.
They spot him at the 6. Or don't they? I can't see the yard marker. You're right, Doug.
I'm not going to be picky. 2.5 to play, and we get a timeout called in the field. We'll do the same. 30-second break. High school football with you tonight on 97.7 WGLR.
Hey, are you ready to really pour on some fun? Then come to A&W for the Great Chili Cheese Fest featuring our all-new quarter-pound chili cheeseburger, our classic chili cheese fries, and everyone's favorite, Coney chili cheese dogs. It's the saucy celebration that tops them all. It's Chili Cheese Fest at A&W.
Now at A&W, get their famous chili cheese fries, chili cheese dog, or the new quarter-pound chili cheeseburger. Your choice just $1.99 for a limited time. At your A&W Family Restaurant, South Madison Street, Lancaster.
High school football with you tonight. Brought to you by Collins and Hine, Plumbing and Heating in Dodgeville, your Carrier dealer. Carrier, they're the inside guys. 935-3523. 3rd down and 14 yards to go for Lancaster for their own 5-yard line. 2:38 remaining. Down 14-7 in this game. 2 receivers to the near side, a wingback to the near side as well. Man in motion, Budworth. Johnson to pass. Looking, throwing. Logeman makes the catch. Logeman makes the catch. He is out to about the 16, so he is shy of the 1st down on a pickup of 11 to make it a 4th down and 3. And with 2:28 to go, you're obviously in 4-down territory, despite the fact that you're way back inside your own 20. And they're probably going to go for it. And Lancaster to burn another timeout. So Lancaster burned the timeout. They have called 2 now. I do believe they have 1 left. And RJ, you have some scores?
I've got a couple scores. 40-12 now. Platteville leading just to start the 4th quarter. Platteville's taking on
River Valley. I mean, they are really messing up River Valley's party today at 40-12.
And Cuba City still leading Fenimore 6-0. Now we're in the second half.
Hear that game on 107.1 WPVL. Here it is a 4th down and 3 for Lancaster for the 16, their own 16. 2:28 to play, down 14-7. They call the timeout. They'll split Logeman out to the right and Budworth to the near side. Mike Johnson will duck under center for the Flying Arrows. It is 4th and 3. Johnson, option right, will pass. Logeman far side. He's got the 1st down. 20-25 and out to the 26. Gave him a big cushion on the far side of the field, and Logeman made the catch and eventually pushed out of bounds on the far side of the field by Hermanson. But it's a 1st and 10 Lancaster at the 26-yard line of the Flying Arrows.
10-yard pickup. 4th catch by Logeman.
Pitch and catch out there. He had a good cushion and plenty of room for the 1st down. Logeman comes out now as Knapp comes in. Budworth will split out to the near side. 1st and 10 for the 26 for the right hash for quarterback Mike Johnson. Back to pass. Pressure up the middle. Steps away from it. Throws it long. Far side of the field. The pass incomplete. Intended for Knapp down the far sideline. Ayers had pretty good coverage down the field for the Dodgers as the Arrows went long to make it a 2nd and 10 of the 26 now with 2:17 remaining and a 14-7 Dodgeville lead. Johnson, a good way of stepping away from pressure that came up the middle that time for the Dodgers to get that pass off. Knapp out, Logeman back in, and the Arrows facing a 2nd and 10. Logeman right, Budworth near side. Pittman and Lancaster in the backfield and a 2nd and 10 for Lancaster for the right hash. Johnson to pass, looking, throwing. Over the middle long, looking for Budworth, incomplete. He had triple coverage, but managed to get behind him. DeMuth and Ayers and Hess all in the coverage, but you got to be concerned if you're Mike Baranek. Don't let him get behind you the way he did.
That's the 2nd straight play where they motioning the defensive players, do not let them behind you.
So a 3rd and 10 for Lancaster. They went long in the last 2 plays. They now have it at 3rd and 10 of the 26. The wishbone with a receiver to the right. Johnson to pass, far side. Logeman makes the catch and stood up and now pushed out of bounds as he gets out to about the 30-yard line. Give me the 35. 35. That would be a pickup of 9.
Ball be marked at the 35-yard line.
fourth down, we'll call it 3. Fourth and 3 at the 35. That'll be a pickup of 7. 2:07 to play. Dodgeville now looking for their defense once again to try to stop Lancaster on a 4th and 3 for their own 35. 14-7, the Arrows trail in this game. Knapp to the near side. Budworth will join him in a slot. Logan to the far side of the field. Johnson under center. Johnson, pass. Right side, Logan slides, makes the catch at the 40, and a Lancaster first down. Hermanson in the coverage.
Nice job by Logan on the sliding catch.
Well, if it's there, why not take it? Lancaster going hurry up now at the 2:02 point of the fourth quarter. Johnson passing right, throwing right side, and they tried to jump the route. Intended to the far side for Logan, but that time Hermanson was jumping the route looking for the pick.
Looks like he may have harassed Logan a little prematurely that time, but no flag in the play.
2nd and 10 at the 40 for Lancaster. Now with a minute 58 to play. Lancaster picking up first downs on 4th down twice in this offensive series, which started at their own 9. It actually was pushed back to the 2 with a holding penalty. Minute 58 to play in the game. 14-7 Dodgers trying to hold on. Wingback left, Budworth. Wingback right is Langkamp. Logan to the right side. Johnson to pass. Looking to throw back. Throw it near side. Budworth is there, but he can't make the catch.
Flag
Pass
down.
a little bit low. Hess was on the coverage, but you say a flag is down where?
Flag thrown late. They may have stuck the quarterback. Yep,
Flag in the backfield, and it's roughing the passer against Dodgeville. So a 15-yard penalty gives Lancaster their 3rd first down and makes it a 1st and 10 of the Dodgeville 45-yard line on the roughing the passer penalty. With a minute 54 left, Lancaster now into Dodgeville territory.
Wow.
Logan to the right. Langkamp in a wing back to the near side. For the right hash, he'll come in motion to the near side of the field. Johnson to pass throwing right side, Logan. Did he make the catch?
Yes.
He did. Out of bounds at about the 39-yard line of Dodgeville. Well, they've been down and outing them to death, huh? To the 40, 2nd and 5. Usually when you down and out somebody to death, sooner or later you call the chair, the out and up. Because the quarterback starts to jump the route. Let's see if that's what they have up their sleeve.
Or the corner jumps the route and takes it the other way, one of the two.
Right. Logan to the right side. Langkamp wingback near side in an I formation for the right hash on a 2nd and 5. Langkamp in motion. They'll pass. Throw middle. Krul is wide open. Makes the catch. He's brought down immediately by DeMuth. But it's a 1st and 10 Lancaster as they get inside the 25 and down to the 24. 16-yard pickup of the first down. Clock at a minute 45. Krul will be a wide receiver near side. Johnson to pass again. Throws right side. Hit as he throws it. And the pass goes way off target. Acey hitting him from behind as he threw the football. Good pressure for the backside on Mike Johnson. It's a 2nd and 10 for Lancaster, the Dodgeville 24.
Johnson's completed 9 of 14.
1:39 to play in the game. The Arrows started at their own 7-yard line.
Back at about the 30-yard line, it will be 2nd and 10.
Here, their own 9. Actually, we got backed up to the 2 in this possession. And now have a 2nd and 10, the Dodgeville 30. Back to pass, Johnson looking, throwing back, left side. There's Budworth. He's open. 15, 10, 5. Is he down at the 1 or is he in?
They called him down at the 1.
Budworth on the backside beating Hess, the defensive back. Johnson throwing to Budworth, and Budworth tackled at the 1. Will Lancaster have a 1st and goal with a minute 32 to play in the game? On a 29-yard pass play from Johnson to Budworth. It's 1st and goal, Lancaster. Unbalanced line. Johnson, Pittman, left side, trying to power it in. Is he in? No indication. He's not in. He's down at the 1 with a minute 17 to play. I do believe Lancaster has 1 timeout remaining. So it'll be a 2nd and goal, Arrows at the 1. Now with 1:03 remaining, down 14-7. Pittman, Budworth, and Lancaster in the backfield for quarterback Mike Johnson. Passing, right side, it's tipped and incomplete. Intended for Logan to the far corner against the defensive back Hermanson, but it looked like to me the pass was tipped. It wasn't, RJ?
I'm not sure about that. I saw a little pushing and shoving going on between the receiver and the defender, though.
But it's an incomplete pass as they tried to go to the down and out, and it's a 3rd and goal for Lancaster from the 1-yard line.
You've come this far, Doug. It'd be a pity not to cash it in if you're Lancaster.
You're at the 1. The clock stops with 50 seconds left. And oftentimes, you just say the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Let's try to sneak it in. And there's a hole over the center. Look at this. Johnson under center at a 3rd and goal. Passing, right side, Logan into the corner. It's over his head, incomplete. The Arrows passing on 2nd and 3rd down to try to get to the end zone. And now face a 4th and goal from the 1.
46 seconds left on the clock.
So the clock stops with 46 seconds. 14-7 Dodgeville. Lancaster calls the timeout. And our game tonight being brought to you by Web King Pump Service of Lancaster, your Gould's Pump Professional dealer, bringing you the water you need for life. That's Web King Pump Service of Lancaster. Lancaster Auto Body, whether you've had a collision, deer or hail damage, or need some touch-ups, you can trust the professionals at Lancaster Auto Body. PPG Certified Collision Repair Center. That's Lancaster Auto Body. RJ, 4th and goal from the 1. The Arrows on 1st and goal. Tried to ram it in with Wes Pittman. Didn't work. 2nd and goal. Went to the pass in the end zone with Logeman. Overthrown. 3rd and goal. Same play. Defensed well by Hermanson a 2nd time. Now have used all their timeouts. They have a 4th and goal from the 1. 46 seconds remaining and down 14-7.
Trying to convert their 3rd, 4th down on this drive.
4th and goal from the 1 for Lancaster. Unbalanced line, only a guard and tackle to the right side. Timmerman in the backfield is a blocking back. Pittman's the setback. Johnson rolling out. He's stood up and he's dropped back at the 5-yard line. Mike Johnson tried for the bootleg and was brought down by Athey and several Dodgers who smelled it out. Ayers was back there getting a deep penetration, and the Dodgeville defense holds the Flying Arrows out of the end zone as they tried to go bootleg, and it failed, and with 38 seconds, the Dodgers will take a knee.
Wow.
What a drive by the Arrows, but what a defensive stand at the goal line by the Dodgeville Dodgers. All really set up, RJ, by showing how stout they were inside on that 1st and goal play, and that forced the Lancaster coaching staff to try to throw over the top of it as opposed to trying to get that 1 yard.
Well, that's doing. They got a little bit of after Lancaster went down the field, a little bit of timeout, a little bit of breather there when Lancaster called the timeout. I'm not faulting the call or trying to criticize it. It's just a fact that Dodgeville got their win back and charged in hard in the middle.
Johnson lost yardage all the way back to the 5. That was a bootleg try by Johnson. He faked the handoff to Pittman and wanted a bootleg to the right, but Dodgeville, there were 4 or 5 guys there to smother him at the 5-yard line. 38 seconds left. Pitts in the end zone, lining up in the safety position. Ayers will take a quick knee, and Lancaster will have to watch the clock run out. Dodgeville will be a winner here tonight against the Lancaster Flying Arrows, going to 3-0 in conference play. They'll run one more with 20 seconds to go. Ayers with a snap, takes the knee, and the ball game is over. Dodgeville defeating Lancaster tonight by a final score of 14-7. And they'll talk about this goal line stand at Dodgeville for a long time to come. Lancaster started at their own 9, got pushed back to the 2, and eventually, though, went the 97 yards down to the Dodgeville 1-yard line. But on first and goal, Pittman was stopped. Second and goal, the Arrows tried to pass. I thought it was tipped. It was not. Third and goal, they tried to pass to Logoman. That was incomplete. And on fourth and goal from the 1, the Arrows tried a bootleg with quarterback Mike Johnson, and Dodgeville smelled it out, bringing him down for a loss back to the 5-yard line. And Dodgeville then runs out the clock of the final 38 seconds. RJ, you know, we talked about at the top of the show, the Dodgeville defense has been the showcase of this team, and they showed it again here today, making a goal line stand and not letting Lancaster get 1 yard in 4 offensive plays.
All right, they turned it up when it counted